How's it going, guys? We're here to check out this week's skin picks, and they are mostly focused on what you'll see, the Excavator. That's because this update on the 1st is going to be the Excavator being added into game. So that's going to be the majority of the skins, but I did throw some other really unique skins in there, very colorful ones, kind of to just give an opposite to it in hopes that we maybe get a little bit of both. And is that Chinook going to come in and start... What's it doing? Alright, this is doing its own thing. Alright, so we're starting with this very awesome excavator set brought to us by Stabby. It is the heavy machinery set. And it starts out with a lot of the Merexo designs on there. Of course, that's the branding that is on the excavator equipment, kind of like Cobalt is on the laboratory stuff and so forth. So this is all kind of, you know, from the lore. But you can see it's rusted and messed up, and it has all those construction colors. I think it all together is a really cool looking set. Now, we've got a lot of stuff for you guys. Over 38 items, I think. And I think 23 different Yeah, 23 different artists. So, quite a bit of stuff. So we're going to go ahead and... Oh, okay, apparently that's just going to go flying. Pop on next set. Now, some of these you may have seen in previous videos, and this is going to be one of them, but it is an amazing set. It is the Operator Set by Odyssey, and I don't know why my menu wouldn't go away just now, but here we go, the Operator Set by Odyssey. And again, very awesome, very construction site themed. We've got the Merexo there on the hard hat. The hard hat is, of course, a Riot helmet skin. And then you got the hoodies and pants. Then we've also got another set over here. Oop. This one is brought to us by FaZe. It would be the Excavator Operator set. And this one has more of like a fabric-y look to it. And instead of a helmet, you got some gloves. You got all that kind of reflector construction tape kind of thing going on. Very stitched patterns. Very different from the other ones, which is cool because it's nice to have a variety of you know, things to kind of choose from. Then, lastly, we've got one more set for you here. And this is the Merexo working set by Johnny. And this one looks like something that would honestly go together with the oil rigs too. Definitely a very cool looking set right here. You can see there's lots of little pouches and pockets. There you have it. So that does it for whoa. For the clothing or armor options. We've got quite a few deployables as well. Starting off, we got this really cool looking door right here. It is a wooden door skin, the Urban Wooden Door, brought to us by Esivos, who has been away for a while doing some CSGO stuff. So it was very awesome to have a noodle thing. It's how do you do, fellow kids? It's like, yeah, sure, definitely. And then over here, there's an old Cobalt poster. It's been like painted all over, and this guy's rolling around all the loot. He's snowballing down the hill. So yeah, it's just one of those things. It really relates into stuff in the game. It's cool art, and it's something believable you would see in the Rust world. So definitely a cool one there. Next up, the Phantom set. Seen a door. Not exactly what I would have thought as a next thing from Phantom, but hey, this armor door is very regal looking. Toggle the hatch right there. I kind of wish there's a little more detail around the hatch, maybe. It looks a little kind of just bland, maybe a little gold trim or something. But, I mean, the wood and the gold and the red is really nice. And then if you look at the back of the door, it's got this beautiful padding. And, yeah, see with that gold ring around it, I don't know, it just looks a little nicer, I think. But definitely a really awesome looking armor door. Very different from a lot of other ones. Then we've got some garage doors over here. These are, I believe, from it would be Jessen, and it's the Merexo door version 1 and 2. So they changed the color of the excavators kind of. So I believe everyone kind of tried to change up the color a little bit. I decided to show both because they both look really great, and it's just kind of nice to, I don't know, be able to see both colors in games. I know sometimes I only show the stockless or the stocked or the... I'm going to try to show both now. I think that's something just it's a little nice. extra thing. Sound off how you guys feel about that down below. And then we've got one more garage door over here. This one is all sorts of rusty, and it is the Excavator hangar door by La Crempe. And I usually don't like when there's like wires and weird stuff hanging there, but these actually look really well done. They actually look like they're hanging in front of it, and everything else, the garage door itself, is just done really well. I love the rust and dirt to it. I think it's definitely a really awesome looking one. I'd pick up this one for sure myself. So moving on, we've got a small box, and again with the Morexo, you've got the excavator up on top. I love that little decal for it. I think that's very well done. And it's brought to us by Victor Trigger. And yeah, so there we go. We've got all sorts of little excavator themed things on here. Don't go in front of the blade. That's probably a good warning. Watch out for landslides. That's a good one too. Then over here from, I believe, Justin as well. No, sorry, Brazucula. Sorry, there's so many people to this week. We've got two versions of their excavator box. Again, I decided to show both this time, and I think I personally like the orangey one a little bit better, I think. But they're both really cool. I like the top of them, and from the side, they're very distinguishable, which I think is a nice feature. So that's definitely cool. I also like the grip on the side a little bit better, the handle, than on that one. Then from Bad Trip, we've got another Morexo box. This one is again themed after the white coloring that is now on it. If you look at it from the front here, it actually looks like a dump truck. You can kind of see like the little bits of tire, and then you've got the headlights and the grill with a number in it, and you got the license plate and everything, and I thought that was really creative. I like it, and the back of it even looks like the back of the dump truck, so that's very cool little effect there. And then, of course, the vampire box. I don't know how many of you guys messaged me for it. It was definitely a hit. Helk seemed to like it because the crossbow made in, so here is the box. Of course, the box does glow, so let's go ahead and do that real quick. Now, I don't know if Helk will put in a glowing version for boxes. It doesn't really affect gameplay that much, so there's probably more of a chance. I think that would be really cool. I like the lightnings through the side, and then at the top, this kind of unique vampire skull. It just looks really cool. I think they did a awesome job on it. All right, so on to our next items. We've got the Freshly Dug set by Anathan, and this is the Freshly Dug Coal Rock. We've got the Freshly Dug Hatchet, again with a coal blade, and the Freshly Dug Pickaxe. And I like the little piece of rubber there, and like the really kind of like rusted metal kind of look to it instead of the wood, and I think it's a neat little set. It's simple, but it goes with the construction theme, and it's pretty nice. Next, we've got another tool set that just kind of fit right in with it, and this is crazy. It's made from rebar and razor blades, and it's the reinforced tool set brought to us by Neville. And yeah, it's, there's concrete in there and everything. I mean, look at that. And then of course, there's a pickaxe to match it. And there you go. And yeah, man, oof. It's a brutal looking tool. Definitely brutal, but hey, construction theme, I like it. I feel like it fit in. Definitely wanted to show that set to you guys. Next up, we've got a bow. This bow is from Stabby, and as you can see, it's got that Morexo theme to it. It is the heavy machinery bow going along with the heavy machinery armor set. Go ahead and drop back so you guys can see there. And yeah, I mean, hey, going with the whole theme, excavator, lots of cool little tools and weapons and everything. So, you know, like I said, don't worry guys, there'll be a little bit of color at the end. So that right there is those. Let's go ahead and move on with a revolver. And I like this one's, the detail really, you gotta take a second, like look at it. This is the Excavator revolver by Phi. And it almost has, I don't know if you've ever looked into machinery, there's just this certain kind of like grooves and cuts, like precision tooling, and it just has those marks on the chamber, and it just kind of adds to it really. And I think it's really nicely done. Now of course that's not a glow sight, but it is painted red, which I always like that with certain guns. So it's definitely a cool little set. Love this piece. Next, see, I told you guys there would be some color. This one I just couldn't skip this week. I tried to keep everything excavator themed, but like I said, I had to put some splash of color, and Kazdor's Painter Sap fit right in there. It looks like the paint is just freshly wet on there, dripping all over, and I just love the color scheme of it. I think it's pretty awesome, and definitely a really cool, unique, bright gun. Next, we've got some more excavator themed, and this is probably one of the coolest looking stockless SARs I've seen in a bit, and it's brought from Jessen, and it's astonishingly awesome looking. I love it. Just some bright colors, very awesome. I keep saying awesome. I need to find some more words, guys, but seriously, I do really like this SAR. And speaking of cool SARs, we've got this one right here, and it's got that like Damascus steel, but it's like rainbow colored, and then there's red and black, and you've got some basic old wood in there in the middle. It's all over the spot, everywhere, and it almost has like a Lego-y look, rubber kind of to it, and or one of those play mats kind of things, and it just looks like one of those cobbled together things, and I love it for that fact. And it looks like something that would fit into a crazy world like Rust, you know? Next, we've got this very awesome custom SMG excavator, and it's so rusty, and I love it. Ignoramus did an amazing job on it. I can feel the tetanus coming off of this gun, and it's just great looking. I love that rust effect. You still got the Morexo on there and everything, and you're gonna shoot this gun with one hand and a glove because you really just don't want that tetanus. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, no tetanus, please. Next, we've got a excavator themed AK, and this one's a lot less, it's more subtle on the bright construction colors, and UAD did more of a, you know, the metal of it, and I think that's kind of unique. It's very different. There's not a whole lot of AKs that really look like this, and it really grabbed my attention. There's some subtle yellows from the construction, but mostly focused on the metal, which again, I think very unique. Lastly, here's another big splash of color you probably saw in the thumbnail there, and this one is a awesome one. I promised you guys some colors, and there it is. It's the Neon Chaos Stockless AK by Sensei, and this thing is really fun. I love the colors of it and the whole design. It's very bright, very cool, very raidery, and I think this is something that everyone would really enjoy in Rust. Next from that, we've got another crazy looking gun, and Lisa's continuing the Toxic set, and this is the Toxic LR. Aiming down the sight, you've got some nice colored red, but of course that part doesn't glow, but the gun itself, of course, has that classic Toxic glow that you know and love. I only wish you could see a little bit more of it aiming down the sight, but definitely very cool right there. Next up, we've got this sick looking royalish LR, and it is the Gambler LR by Madros, and I think this thing is beautiful. I love the details to it. The Gambler set is one he's made a couple pieces on, and you can recognize that little crown symbol from it there, but I just like the red highlights and the bronze and everything. It's just a very nice look. It's definitely a very handsome LR. Definitely something that is baller. Yeah, don't worry guys, I'll never do that again. Moving on, one of my favorite pieces this week. I know, I always say that with the Azul stuff, but he just keeps making them better. I love the dark blue on the cage in the front of the M2, and on the other side in the back and on the sights. This dark blue color just looks great. The bright blue on the band of bullets, or the belt of bullets, sorry, words escaping me. The dark black on the wood, you can tell it's an old stain, you know, there's scratches on it. It's just, this one has some of the best quality. It's one of the coolest M2s I've seen in a while, and I definitely love to see this one make it into game. So guys, we're gonna end there. It's been a lot of skins. I'm excited for the Excavator. I hope you guys are too. Sound out down in the comment section which ones you want to see in game on Thursday the most. And we will be back then, or Friday, whenever the skins do make it in. I wouldn't be surprised if it was Friday, because it is going to be a big patch. So we'll just have to see. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a good one.